Today's love story is about fishing for love. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Hi Pathra, I would like to start with a bit of backstory about my journey in Final Fantasy. I started playing at the launch of Stormblood. I was playing casually at the start with many pauses because I was busy with my school studies. Later, after joining the workforce, I dated a girl. I'm a lesbian, and she cheated on me. It was at this moment that I completely fell into Final Fantasy, partly because of the sadness. I became somewhat of a veteran of the game and delved into role-playing, where I encountered many amusing and also quite strange individuals. I've had experiences with female Mikotes pretending to be women to flirt with me. I also tried joining FCs, and although I never encountered drama, I consistently ran into FCs that were very cliquey, where making friends was hard. Yeah, I think a lot of people will agree with that line also, that whenever they join an FC, especially a big one, there's like cliques, and it is hard to fit in to some of the bigger FCs. It didn't really facilitate the formation of healthy and lasting connections, which is what I was seeking. I took a break due to work and came back during the Shadowbringers expansion, where I slowly progressed through the story. By the end of the expansion, I became interested in all the activities the game offers, particularly crafting and fishing. I really wanted to get the shark mount and the Master of the Sea title from the ocean fishing minigame at the time. I tried many times to achieve it, but could not reach the required points. No matter how many times I tried, I would never even come close to the required points. Dude, this is me! This paragraph is speaking to me right now. How do people get 10,000 points? I was starting to get frustrated about it, and slowly I lost motivation. Instead, I started focusing on Eureka. Then, one night in Limsa, I saw a little Lalafell named Hannah, who had the title I had been chasing for an eternity. As I inspected her, she stopped and stared at me without saying a word or emoting. I immediately petted the small potato, as everyone should in front of a Lalafell, but she just stood silently staring at me. No emote, no wah! Definitely not your everyday Lala. After some time, she asked me, "Hi, do you need help with something?" I replied that I was looking for this title and that I was really bad at fishing, and asked if she could give me some advice. Hannah stood with me for almost a full hour, explaining everything in detail, from rotation to macro timer, linking me to all the websites and the best route to get points. I was so happy, and when she proposed we go to the next ocean fishing run together, I immediately said yes. We both talked together for almost 1.5 hours, waiting for the start of the next ocean fishing run. While she was not really that talkative, she would listen and ask questions about what I said. However, I noticed that she would not share anything openly about what she was doing in game or other things. Fair, I mean, they just met, right? I started to take it as a challenge. Challenge accepted. So I would ask her direct questions to try to glean some information. She told me that she had just come back 2 days ago after a big burnout from the game, and that her main interests were in fishing, housing, and mahjong. I joked a bit about mahjong since I was so bad at it, and then it was time for our little fishing party. The run ended, and I managed to get the shark mount, barely above the required points, while Hannah had more than double mine. I was so happy to have succeeded in getting the mount. It was late and I had to go, so I sent Hannah a friend request, which they accepted. We started playing a lot together after that. Hannah was coaching me to achieve my goal and even helped me in Eureka. It turns out she had already cleared it and obtained the final mount as well. However, She made it clear that she would not assist me with the Baldesian arsenal, the raid of Eureka, stating that this content was not for her. At the time, I didn't understand what she meant by that, and she didn't elaborate much. For a long period, we stayed like that, playing together almost every day. As time passed, I started to want more than just friendship in Final Fantasy. When Hannah was online, she played long sessions without interruption. She could go for more than 7 hours straight, so I was curious about her free time. Hannah told me that she had been struggling to find a job for a very long time, and so she tried to drown her boredom in gaming or drawing. I began to feel anxious that she would experience burnout from playing so much and just leave the game, so I tried to push her onto Discord. She was strangely reluctant to join voice calls, which led me to wonder if she was hiding something. I thought about it and started to suspect that maybe she was a man and did not want to be discovered. I've had my fair share of experiences with strange people in my RP adventures, so this wasn't a stretch to be suspicious. Yeah, I think anyone would feel the same way in Opie's position. They'd be like, maybe they're a guy. As my curiosity grew, I became more and more persistent to uncover the truth. After numerous attempts, Hannah finally opened up to me. She revealed she was deaf and had been concealing this fact in MMOs. The reason for her secrecy was that her deafness had previously led to her being kicked out of 2 FCs and marginalized in certain groups when she was actively trying to play hard content. What? Damn, so did she tell those people in the past that she was deaf and because of that they just kicked her? That's so rude. So now they're kind of scared to tell people they're deaf in case they just get kicked out of things. I was shocked. I have family members with disabilities, but I had never personally dealt with deafness before. I assured her that her deafness wouldn't change anything between us and that our relationship would remain the same. I began looking for cooperative games that didn't require voice communication, and we had a lot of fun. And during this period, we exchanged phone numbers. Hannah even joked about it, saying, "Now you'll have to text me louder." Her making jokes and opening up like that made me feel special. Aww. We started to become a little flirty, and we would stay in contact nonstop by messaging even when I was at work. At this point, I really wanted to meet her, and it had been almost a year. Let's just say the tension within me was starting to build up too much. Meanwhile, I had also become quite skilled at ocean fishing, regularly scoring over 10,000 points per run, with several attempts nearly reaching 20,000 points. Feeling confident, I decided to make a bet with her. If I could hit 20,000 points in a single run, she had to agree to do a video call with both of our cameras on. Oh, I had chosen a favorable route to victory and maxed out my stuffs. I was determined to win this bet, even if it meant resorting to cheating. I finally managed to hit my goal, scoring 22,000 points. In my excitement, I jumped up from my chair, sending it flying behind me with great force. I was laughing, thinking about how much effort it had taken to reach this point. Naively, I thought I might be able to brag about beating her score, but she had reached 30,000 points, shattering any hope I had of besting her and using it to tease her with. We finally had the voice call on camera and got to see each other. I was so excited that I acted crazy throughout the entire call, doing extreme gestures with my hands, but it ended with us confessing our love for each other. Aww. Yeah, this is not a drama story, this is a love story. I wonder if people are out there like, where's the drama in this? They were thinking the drama was they were gonna be a dude. I didn't sleep at all the night of the video call. I could not think of anything else than what just happened. After that, I started learning sign language and was actively searching for a window in my schedule to go see her, as she was not living near me at all. After making multiple trips, we finally decided to live together. I have never been happier than now, and I've received a big souvenir from my wife. A big shark plush. Oh, it now sits proudly in our living room, a symbol of our journey together and the love we share. As I look at it, I'm reminded of how far we've come and how grateful I am to have her by my side. The end. See, Final Fantasy XIV can do great things too. Oh my god, that's sweet. Fishing for love. I love the title. They both got their prize catch. True. People might be happy to see a love story back. Like the random love story every now and then is nice.